This is Breakfast Daily on City TV. Remember, the show is interactive, so use the hashtag Breakfast Daily on all social media platforms. You can also WhatsApp us on 0550585832. It's time for our discovery of the week, and of course, it's Friday, so yeah, we thought to bring you something exciting, something entertaining. Well, you can learn one or two things from this particular segment. And today, we're doing cocktails on the show with no other than, of course, the CEO of Cocktail Laboratories, Michael Kuwornu. Big man.
Bro.
What's up, man?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
I mean, it's always a party when we get to meet.
It's always a party when we get to meet.
But let's see if we can control ourselves here today.
I think we can. We'll make our way.
So how's it been? How's it been for you?
A bit tired here and there. A few things happening, a few developments.
Yeah.
But so far, it's been good.
The corona?
Good. It was tough. It was tough during corona when no events were happening, and all these things. But I think so far, because of the vaccine, a lot of things are opening up a little bit. So, but I think for the corona, most of us in this industry really suffered. We went through a very huge turbulence time. But yeah, we thank God.
So now the gigs are coming. They're opening.
Little by little.
Small steps.
Of course, that's the most important thing.
Right. Yeah. So today you're here because, I mean, you're not the only mixologist out there, but you're here because of a particular region. There's this creativity with which you do what you do. What inspires you?
I think that a few things inspires me. I always think abstract. I think abstract. I always want to do something different. So even if you look at laboratory cocktail, it was there, but then it was not a focus. Why? Because I needed something that when I come out with it, it will be different from what everybody is doing. It was boring every time drinking from all the regular glasses and things. So it's a lot of things that went into it for it to actually really spring forth. So nature inspires me. Like everything around me inspires me. Like everything I see, I want to see what can I do with this. So that's where normally I draw most of my inspiration from. Yeah.
And then the name Cocktail Laboratory. I mean, come on. You think of a lab and you think, well, I'm going for a blood test or something like that. And then you use the name Cocktail Laboratories. And then we come to the event and we see you in your uniform, I mean, with a stethoscope around your neck. And I'm wondering, wait, did somebody just pass out at this event? Or, I mean, tell us about the makeup and everything.
So the bar is actually a place that, for me, it looks like the chemist lab.
Okay.
Because in the bar, many things happens in the bar, knowingly or unknowingly. Right. The same way there are conflicts with human beings, the same way there can be conflicts also with the spirit. Right. So you necessarily need to know what you actually mix in the bar. Exactly. So being in the bar is like being in a lab, working out. Remember those olden times, just laboratory, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
So my whole idea was, how can I be able to infuse this, and then bring life to this, Infuse the bar with what actually happens in the bar, because it is not just the idea of pouring Coke, pouring this, and then shaking. But most of the time, it's about the things that goes into it. And for me, it needs to be very, very technical, into making a particular drink. So that's how come the Cocktail Laboratory thing came about. So I'm like, okay, so since I'm already into cocktails, and the bar is actually a place like the chemist, why don't you fix in that scope where it looks like you are actually in a lab working on the drink. So that's how the whole thing came about.
Amazing. I mean, when the whole cocktail thing started gaining grounds in Ghana, we saw it from the plastic cups, then there were the red cups, and then we saw jars. You are doing cocktails in lanterns. I mean,
I'll tell you the story. So one day, I had a cocktail laboratory mindset, company registered and everything. And then one day, I went to ShopRite to buy something. Yeah. But then I saw this lantern right there. And at that time, I was struggling to come up with something that my whole idea was identity, to stand out. Even though everybody's doing something else.
Exactly.
And there are amazing guys out there. Sure. But what will make me stand out? So I picked up this lantern and then sent it to my office. And then it was there. So first of all, I took the glass out. And then I put a foil under, then put a cling film under. But when I pour the drink, it goes down. So I'm like, what can I do? And it was there. So every time I keep looking at it, I'm like, what can I do with this? Then I had this small, very, very small glass. So I'm like, so if I get a glass that can fit in here in this way, it means that this thing can happen. boom. So I started going now for shopping, looking for glasses, looking for what to do, looking for how to do it. Then one day, I finally grabbed a glass, like, oh wow, so this can fit. And then I started like, you know what? I think now I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Wow.
That's how this whole thing came about. Yeah.
I mean, I see you do what you do, and I just want to know your thought process when you are at what you do. How exciting is it for you personally mixing cocktails?
I love it. I love it. You know, I think I love it to the core. You know, it's passion. You know, I know we've worked a lot of events, and you can see when I'm in the bars, like this is it. You know, this is
like you're having more fun than even the people coming.
I remember one time I did that event, and then the groom was like, you know what? I think that I have to take some of them. And I said, well, no, I think you even had fun more than the people that were actually invited. And I'm like, you know what? For me, I'm the party. It needs to be lively. You know, it's merrymaking, and nobody merry and then
with
go with a frown face.
No,
you know, and you need to love what you're doing. Now, once you love what you're doing, and also listen, I train almost. I represent a brand called Moon Interrupt, and I train almost all the bartenders in here in Ghana because of how to use the soap and everything. So for me, it goes beyond just making drinks, but I'm also living it. You know, awesome.
So talk about the syrups. Let's see, what are you mixing for us this week?
Today I'm going to make a signature drink called Ghana Muntie. Which so this is something that I do most of the times in the lantern, and then I also do something also in a shopping cart. Okay, something more but it will be something that you can enjoy. You know, so today it's just going to be something mild.
So I do what, virgin cocktails this morning.
This morning. So that we are out to the virgin cocktail. Now I want just to talk about a few things. Now there are a few things that I always share whenever I go to any interview. There are a few things that you should know in the bar. The first thing is that never ever mix anything citric and then lactose together.
Okay.
As in, let's say you are drinking Baileys, for example, which is lactose milk. Okay. Don't shift from drinking something which is lactose to citric, like mojito or like old fashioned or like whiskey sour. Why? Because when lemon and milk lactose meet the kettle, they can cause food poison.
Wow.
So that's the most of the time, like, I went to this bar, once I finished drinking, I had issues with my stomach. It's because most of the time people mix a lot because they don't know.
Exactly.
You know. Secondly, also when you go to a bar and you are drinking, always make sure that if you are drinking rum, drink rum-based cocktails. If you are drinking whiskey, drink whiskey-based cocktails. You know, you understand me? So it's always good to know some of this little few things. Third thing also you also need to know is that always tip the bartender. It's important.
We're going to give you an invoice for that. But is there a challenge? I mean, you talked about the bases, right? But I'm thinking, so you mentioned the rum base and then the whiskey base. But is there a challenge if I'll do a little bit of whiskey based cocktail and then I want to switch to vodka based?
It depends on you. But for me, I always say that always stick to one particular lane. Okay. You know, so just so that you know everything that you drink goes straight into your liver. So if any issue is your liver, that goes to the problem. That gets the challenge. You know. So it's always good to stick to one so that your body gets used to. So this is what is coming in, because when you mix too many things into your body, you always get too many issues. You know. So always it's really important. Keep it simple. You know. I was telling a friend of mine that even when you're in the bar drinking, maybe let's say you're drinking tequila, don't straight away move to, let's say, a champagne. Because it might end up messing you up. Because the whole thing is just to have fun, but also not to also even cause problem to your own self.
Not to overindulge.
Not to overdose in it.
Okay, so let's look at the mixers. So what mixer will go with what type of drink? Say you want to do a rum-based cocktail. What kind of mixers are you?
So normally when you're doing rum-based cocktails, normally rum, pineapple, it's always advisable. Okay, but also remember that there are so many cocktails that you can able to do with each particular spirit. Okay, if let's say you're doing something which is vodka based, you can always use orange juice. Okay, or you can even use. There's a classic cocktail called White Russian, Black Russian. Sorry, Black Russian, where it cooks. You know, there's also another cocktail called Cuba Libre, which is just rum and coke. There are more than a million cocktails in the world. But just that, you know, before your cocktail has been approved, there's an association called the bartending, the International Bartending Association, they need to approve it for it to be done.
Right.
And I always say that I'm really, really happy when there's a guy called Douglas Ankara. He came out with a drink called Porn Star Martini. And now it's called
Martini.
Now it's called P Star Martini. And he's a Ghanaian.
Okay.
Yes. So so it means that.
And this has been approved.
It's been approved. It's been approved, and now he's producing. He's doing an amazing, really amazing, awesome. You know. So when I see people like Douglas that give you inspiration, you're like, oh wow. So it means that it is possible for we as a country like Ghana to also get there. Yeah. And there've been a few competitions where you see Ghanaians going in, winning Remy Martin, winning a few other things. So yeah. So I think that gradually Ghana is we're actually doing well. Yeah.
I mean, you have some signature cocktails on your own.
I have a lot of signature cocktails that I do. Mostly everything I do is signature because I always want to be different. So out of the classic, I try to create something which is different, and also those things makes me also stand out.
So let's just move your ice bucket a little to this end, so we can capture how you do it. Exactly. Okay, so now we're shaking. Yeah. And there's this thing, I mean, there are people who go like, so I want my drink stirred, not shaken.
Yes.
And all
so
that. What's the difference?
There are 5 ways for making the cocktails. We have the shake, we have the stir, we have the build, and then we have the model, and then we have the blend.
Okay.
Okay. Now, all these processes fit to one cocktail or the other, you know. But just that you should always know that some cocktails can be both modeled and stirred. Some cocktail can be shaked and shaked alone. You know, so if a particular cocktail that is designed has a way, but there's that majority of the cocktails goes with shaking just because of maybe the flair behind it and everything. Yeah. So this for you.
Okay.
You can give it a try.
Wow. So yeah, this one is from the cocktail laboratory. Today I'm a patient, so I'm getting my dose.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this. My morning is made already. Charlie, now the way the thing is now, I'm tempted to ask for bread, so I can take away some bread. I know, this is beautiful. So run us through the ingredients. What do you use? So
this has pineapple juice. It has almond syrup.
Yeah, I can taste
that. Yeah, you can take the almond. Then it also has grenadine syrup. Okay, just to bring some color into it. Now, also remember that the most important thing about making cocktails is flavor.
Right.
You know, yes. So it's about how to be able to now bring the flavors out, make something that when the guest drinks it up, they're able to taste 1, 2, 3 flavors, and they get to appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So something like Grenadine, there's this thought that it numbs the alcohol, or it kills or slows down the taste of alcohol in your mouth. Tell us about that as well.
I think it's a perception. No syrup numbs or slows the alcohol.
Okay.
Every syrup adds either color or flavor to the cocktail. And that's the fact.
Right.
So every syrup adds color or flavor to the cocktails.
Right.
Because know that there's a formula in making cocktails. 1 + 1 is equal to 1. Which means when you mix sweets, but that's the formula. So
you guys are defining the laws of physics.
You know, 1 + 1 is when you mix sweet and sour together. It should taste the same. It should not be too sweet or too citric. Now, 1 + 1 + 1 is equal to 2. When you mix sweet, sour, and a spirit, it should taste the same. Not too sweet, not too sour, and not too spirity. 1 + 1 + 1 + 2, and the 2 there is the garnish.
Wow.
Which is the presentation.
Wow.
Because we believe that somebody can see a cocktail and say, oh, I want to try this.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the person has not even tasted the drink.
Exactly. So it should be attractive enough.
Attractive enough. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is really, really cool. I remember when last 2 weeks, I did a session for Mohisha, and I think Messi, the big brother Nigeria girl was around. And then she took a picture, a snap on it, posted it, and last 2 weeks on Twitter, I was like, like, what is this? You know, what is it? Like, what is this? Who is this guy serving? And I was there when a friend of mine called me, Eugene, and said that one guy from Nigeria asked that, who is this guy in Ghana making cocktails in this kerosene thing?
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah, that is that kerosene thing. That is the guy's actually brand, you know. And I think that's, for me, it's more important to be different, and that is what I always stand for. Just be different. Just do what you want, but just love what you do as well too. Yeah.
Awesome. I see Jifa looking at me from the corner of her eye. So maybe we should make something for Jifa as well
too.
Yeah.
Cool. And also, one thing that is also important is that sometimes also you need to also ask your guests if they have any allergies.
Allergies, yeah.
You know, because
True.
it's really, 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 really
True.
important. It's one of the things that, because today, even most people are like lactose intolerant and all these things.
Exactly.
So once you ask the guests, if they have some allergies, it also helps you as well to, as the bartender, to also know what and what you have to make.
So
also.
I think on the screen we're seeing some of your stuff. Yeah. Okay, so this is the shopping cart one. We're seeing you right there. Okay, amazing stuff. Pretty soon we're going to invite Jifa over.
Okay.
So she can try your cocktail. Jifa has a sweet tooth, so maybe you'd want to give her something nice. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So these are some of the events you've been at. And we've seen people enjoying your cocktails on there. But, so there are those also. What if somebody comes to your stand with their own preference? Like somebody wants to show you what and what's to mix for the person. What kind of conversation will ensue between you and that person? Based on your knowledge of cocktails and the person's preference.
It always happens, you know. I remember one time we did this event, and there was this doctor who came and like, I want you to mix this. Then I said, listen, I'm sorry, but if you mix this and this together, it will not be good. He said, no, this is what I want. So I made it for him. Then when he done like, I didn't know. And I want a doctor or hospital.
So a doctor.
So doc, what are you making for me?
I'm making you something really, really special called Jifa Delight.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I know
I've been standing with this man all morning. I didn't get a signature drink. It's not even a customized one. Jifa steps onto the set in 5 seconds and she's getting what Jifa Delight.
Bro, one thing you know is that women are special. Let's
well, indeed they are. I mean, no qualms about that. I won't even argue.
So what's in the Jifa Delight?
So it has cranberry, it has blue cacao,
nice.
Then it has a bit of passion fruits to make it very tropical.
These things he's mentioning, I have no idea what they are.
And then blue, and then pineapple juice just to create that food effect.
And what is it in?
It's the shopping cart.
Shopping cart. Wow.
How did you even get this?
How did you come up with ideas, right? Yeah.
I don't know, but you know, for example, with this one, a lady that I was about to do an event for told me that, listen, Michael, I want to hire you for an event, but you know what? I'm a shopper. I like shopping a lot. So I wanted to create something for me. So I had to like go around, look for like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? You know, then I found it, I'm like, this will fit perfectly. Now, once I get the item, I need to look for what will fit into it. So now I have to like look for glassware, do some food shopping.
Yeah.
Then the day I went to meet her in the house, I was like, no. You signed a deal. Come and do it for me on Saturday.
He's smarter.
And it's really fresh.
Yeah.
Really
So
fresh.
that's one thing now you should know, that when you shake a cocktail, it makes it refreshing. You know, it as compared to stirring it, which still stays the same. But when you shake every cocktail, it makes it so refreshing.
And this
like,
is a mocktail, eh?
It's a mocktail, yeah.
So I was like, I'm trying to see if there's any.
No.
Anyway, I'll let you guys continue your
Jifa is
conversation.
also bringing her knowledge to bear.
I'm gonna go now and let the four finish.
But that's this
Thank
thing you guys also do. I mean, I don't know what it is you put in there, but it gets this vapor coming out of it. Tell us about that.
So it's basically it's dry ice. Okay, that most of the time we put just to create that smoke effect, you know.
Right.
And notwithstanding that, this I think somewhere 2 months ago I launched a campaign where I started making cocktails in syringes. Maybe a lot of people see
syringes.
Yes, you know.
Charlie,
call the vaccine. I was thinking about people getting vaccinated, but in a way to also even help the vaccination process. You know,
so the corona wasn't all that bad after all.
After it gave me some inspiration, you know. So I started making cocktails in it, and at every party I'm like, I put some before you come. I like, so you need to be vaccinated before. And this happened when I had to do. There was this. I forgot her name, but she was a doctor. The husband too was a doctor, and the whole idea was, how can I move the hospital to the bar?
Wow.
So I even brought hospital bed. Yes, and I bought like a drip stand. That's the picture that you saw earlier with a drip stand, and everything in it were just cocktails. You know, so like people can just actually sleep on the hospital bed, drink from just enjoy, like just have fun. And today, like, it's a
just like you're taking an infusion at the hospital.
You know, so today is that everybody wants, I want the drip stand. I want the vaccine. No, I need to vaccinate before I can make sure that you come to the party.
Right. So that's it right there.
That's it. Yeah.
So these are cocktails hanging from the drip stands.
Yeah.
Awesome. So the whole idea is to make it custom fits.
Yes. So normally we try to also create drinks to fit the event.
Right.
You know.
Wow. So
that's
you
what we do most of
customize
the time.
it per event.
Per the event, yeah.
Hey, but if you're doing this for a doctor, I mean, with a drip and the syringe and all that, what if I invite you to a funeral? Are you bringing a coffin?
When we get there, we'll cross.
Michael, you're just amazing. You're just super. First time I saw you and I saw the stethoscope, I was like, is this guy going to check the heartbeat of the drink? Or
And that's what most people do. They case to come to me at an event and say, "Hello, doctor, please can you check my heart pulse?" I'm like, don't worry. Once you had a drink, I'll check your heart pulse. Yeah. But also just to create some life in the bar. You know, it's most of the time for me. I see like we just need to create some life everywhere.
Exactly.
You know, make things different and just be different.
And it's fun. It's fun. I mean,
It's
breathing life into the event is always a plus.
No, it's always a plus. It's always a plus. It always make people enjoy and enjoy the event. And I think that kudos to all mobile guys out there who are doing amazing. They're doing really, really amazing. And you have no idea. Amazing people, you know, especially when I see the females even in the bar working out, like,
a number of females coming out.
A couple of them come and they're doing really, really amazing, you know. And I think that the industry actually is beginning to vibe and the process is beginning to grow. Yeah.
My director is in my ear. She wants a cocktail.
No problem. I'll
we need
fix
to
it
put
up.
one together for her.
Director, I'm gonna fix you up, okay? I'm gonna get you vaccinated first, then we can able to get you a mocktail.
Awesome. So how long professionally have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for the past 12 years.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I started. So this is a journey, and it's funny. And I always say that God bless people like Chief Kufuor.
Yeah.
And then because I started this job as a compound cleaner, I was in the compound cleaning. From a compound cleaner, I became a house person. So I moved from sweeping outside the compound to now mobbing inside the hotel. From there, I became a laundryman. From a laundryman, I became a room attendant.
Wow.
From a room attendant, yes. Like, so I grew,
quite a journey.
quite a journey, you know. Then from a room attendant, I became a waiter. And I was in Regent Hotel as a waiter for about a year, too. And then there was this guy called Michael Otu that last year I posted something about him on Facebook because he's actually the brain behind me stepping into another game because he actually forced me to move from Regent Hotel by writing my application for me to Move and Pick.
Okay.
And told me that if you don't go and drop the application letter, don't come to work the next day.
Okay.
So out of pain,
Yeah.
I went to drop the letter. And then I dropped it on Wednesday, and on Friday I was called for interview.
Also.
Then in Move and Pick, I entered into the bar.
Wow.
So anytime I talk, I always want to say Michael Otu. I think now he's at Akayat Hotel in Tamale. I don't know, but because I wouldn't have moved.
Yeah.
Because I was a waiter and I love it, and everybody that
you
comes
enjoying your
to me, I'm
space.
enjoying my space, you know, carrying plates, and sometimes even when I'm off duty and there's an event, they'll call me to come, you know, because I knew and I loved it.
Yeah.
But to tell me and to write my application letter for me to move from Regent, that guy was a huge blessing. Then to Move and Pick as a bartender, then moved to Nicotel as a bar supervisor, then to La Piazza as a bar manager. Then now I represent Monin in Ghana as the Monin bar manager in Ghana.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let's fix something for my director.
yes.
What are we doing for?
Let's play along with some few flavors.
Okay.
Okay, so here I'm going to do something with passion fruits. I love passion fruits because it's really tropical.
Okay.
And then I'll do something also with almond.
I mean,
And
it's
then let's
amazing
do
what you
something-
do. I mean,
Yeah.
so when I look at you, I mean, here you're not that busy, but then when you're busy at an event, I mean, you always move with the rhythm. I see.
I remember the
it's
last
like
event
you're
we did.
playing some music in your head, and you're going, and there it is.
So music is life. So when there's music, you know, you should always enjoy it. And I'm like, listen, this is what you're doing. So if you don't enjoy it, I think then you should quit. You know.
Amazing. Yeah. So director's cocktail coming up. Looking good already. Now I'm thinking I want to switch mine for hers, but
Don't
hey.
switch.
All right. So people are really looking to move into the mixology business, the cocktail business. I mean, do you get calls, people asking you to train them and all that?
Yes.
And how often do these calls come?
So normally I get a lot of calls to train people.
What's this? This is dried orange?
This is dried orange.
Okay.
So this like orange and pineapple put in a dehydrator.
Okay.
Okay, just for it to dry. What happens is that when it's fresh, by 3 days it's spoiled. But when you dehydrate it, it can take 6 months and it's still the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just for what? Just the garnishing.
Yeah, just for garnishing. And this is from a company called Urban Fresh. Okay. So they also it's a Ghanaian company that
so
that
they
also
dehydrate
the oranges and everything. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think they have to pay me for mentioning them live on set.
And you have to pay us.
No problem. You and I have a contract.
Also, so that's how it looks.
That's how it looks.
Director will come pick it up when we go on a break.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so I mean, it's been great. It's been an interesting conversation. I'm sure people have learned one or two. I have one thing. I mean, don't mix lactose with citrics. I mean, it doesn't go. It doesn't go at all. Michael, Charlie, thanks so much for coming through.
Anytime,
so
I got you.
It's always a pleasure having you.
Always a pleasure, and I know I'll meet you at the next event.
Definitely, we'll meet. Michael Otu Kuwornu is the CEO of Cocktail Laboratories, and he has been running us through the ins and outs of mixing drinks together so they come out to your satisfaction.
Hi there. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends.
This is Breakfast Daily on City TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on City TV.